Hello friends, are you hungry? I am so hungry, and it's a good thing because I'm here in Cedar Point tonight for the Tricks and Treats tasting card, and I cannot wait to go and try all these looking like they're yummy treats. We'll see. So let's get started. Let's get our treats on. So when you order online, you print off this receipt with a QR code on it, and then it says you can turn it in at any of the participating Tricks and Treats food locations to redeem it. So that's what I'm going to do here at the stockade. And then they hand you a lanyard that you can put around your neck, which I love, and it has a QR code. So every time you go to a tasting station to order, you just scan the QR code and they'll tell you how many you have left on your card. It also, on the back, it shows all the tasting stations and where you can find them on the map. You must either be a pass holder or have a ticket to get into the park in order to take part in the Tasting Treats ticket. You can't just buy a Tasting Treats ticket and get to the park. You have to have additional admission as well. You also must choose the day that you're going to redeem your Tasting Treats QR code on. But once you redeem it on that day, you don't have to use all of your tastings in one day. You can come back on a different day and use up the tastings that you haven't used for that day. Here at Back BQ, they have glazed brisket burnt ends served over seasoned tots, and they also have shaved beef tossed with barbecue sauce. Also over at Happy Fryer, they have hand-cut fries topped with cheese and oatmeal cookie dough deep fried and covered in vanilla icing. The stockade is where we're gonna start our tasting treats, because here they have an empanada and they also have churros that we're dying to try. It is so crowded at Cedar Point today. These lines are crazy long for the tasting treats, so I'm glad that we can bring it back and use it on a different day, because I'm not sure if we're gonna get through all 6 today depending on the lines, but we'll see. Here are the peanut butter churros, and here are the empanadas, and I can't wait to dive in and try them. So the empanadas are fried, deep fried, and they're filled. I thought it was going to be like a chicken pot pie, and it kind of is, but I don't especially like it. Here, let me show you. That's what the inside looks like, and it looks like a turkey pot pie, but all I taste is fried dough. I don't taste any veggie here. There's like no cream sauce inside of it at all. Not my favorite. Let's try the churros and see. It says they're chocolate and peanut butter with like a raspberry sauce. Let's give it a go. Let me try a chocolate one. It's got like marshmallow inside of it. Marshmallow whip. Pretty good. Very yummy. But again, deep fried in your house. I like the vanilla better. Actually, I think it's a peanut butter churro with like a vanilla filling on the inside, but I like the vanilla much better than the chocolate. It's really good. Yummy. Hard though, like crunchy. I think a churro's probably supposed to be a little softer. These are very crunchy, but they're good. If you love bread and you want to get your bread on, head on over to Miss Keats, because here you're going to find your bread bowls either filled with potato soup or with chili. And we chose to get the loaded potato soup today. And look at that. That isn't a snack, that's a meal. Look at that. Now that is a yummy bite. Oh yeah, most definitely. I would get the bread bowl potato soup. It is so good, and it's totally filling. It's a meal. It's not a snack, it's a meal. Yummy. Get this one. If you're looking to get your sweet on, head over to the Engine House. You can get your cupcakes there. And if you're looking for a different kind of pizza, head over to Wagon Wheel Pizza, where you're going to find fig and goat cheese flatbread or maple pepper bacon flatbread pizza. The Dragons Inn over by Iron Dragon had some tempting deep fried yumminess going on, which I avoided with difficulty. There are 12 tasting stations here for the food, and there are 2 snacks at each station for you to choose from. So you get to pick between 6 or 9 tasting treats, whichever you prefer. If you buy the ticket online and you are not a pass holder, for the 6 tasting, it'll be $49.99. If you are a pass holder, it'll be $44.99. If you wait to come to the park and buy it in the park, the front gate price would be $54.99 for 6 tasting. If you wanted to buy the 9 tasting online, for a non-pass holder, it'll be $74.99. For a pass holder, it'll be $69.99 online. The gate price is $79.99. So it really makes the most sense to buy it online and then just bring in that QR code and turn it in when you get to the park. However, it's a little bit more than what they say because of tax and handling. So our tasting ticket for the 6 tastings that I bought online as a pass holder, they said is $44.99. It actually came to like $49.99. So keep that in mind. Here at Melt Bar and Grilled, they have a cinnamon grilled cheese and a pumpkin bread pudding, which we did not try this time, but they also are one of the locations for the specialty brews, and we really wanted to try the Pixie Potion today. So we headed inside, but just a note, you don't need to stand in line if you're just going to get the specialty drink. You can walk straight up to the bar. So this has lemonade, green apple, raspberry, and then, can you see it? I don't know if you can see it or not, but it does have glitter on the top of it, and it's the Pixie Potion, and it's pretty. I don't think it's supposed to be in this cup. I don't think she could find the proper cup for it to be in, but let's try it and see how it tastes. Oh yeah. Pretty good. It's very sweet though, so if you don't like sweet drinks, don't get this one. But we got the non-alcoholic version. They do have an alcoholic version you could try. This non-alcoholic drink came to $10.66 though, so it's very pricey. So that Pixie Potion drink, I took 3 sips and my stomach started hurting. It is that sweet. It tastes like a generic kind of lemonade. It's just all sugar, and I would much rather just drink water. So I ended up throwing it in the garbage. Oh, it hurts to do that. $10 in the garbage. Actually, you probably drank half of it, so it's $5 in the garbage. That sounds a little better. We'll go with that. So, but yeah, so beware if you're getting the drinks here, especially without the alcohol in them, they're going to be extremely sweet. But don't forget, they are not included on the tasting treat card. Only the tasting treat stations are included on the card. The drinks, you're gonna have to pay out of pocket. They have 9 drink stations for the specialty drinks. You can get them. Some of them are non-alcoholic. Most of them all have alcohol, or you could add alcohol to the non-alcoholic versions. They also have at the 9 drink stations, they have 9 craft beer stations as well, and you can just go online and pull up the Tricks and Treats link, and it'll tell you where you can find all of those at. Okay, we're headed to the corral to pick up both of the tasting treats here. There is an autumn mac and cheese and a poutine. I can't wait to try them. So here at the corral, we got both of the tasting treats. There's an autumn mac and cheese, and this looks amazing. It is the poutine, and it's the fries, the gravy, the pork belly, the cheese curds. I don't like the macaroni and cheese. I don't know. It's a little like sweet. It's not cheesy at all. It's basically just noodles and Parmesan, but then it leaves like a funny taste in my mouth after I eat it. Not a winner. Pork belly, piece of cheese curd, and a seasoned fry with gravy. I'm really picky with my food. I don't like the gravy. I think the gravy kind of ruins it, but the fries are excellent. They're really yummy. And the pork belly is delicious on this. It's good. It's good. I wish I would have got gravy, like without the gravy. I wish I would have got it without the gravy. Okay, we only have one more tasting treat, and we saved, in my opinion, the best for last. Hopefully, the funnel cake place. Let's go. On our way, though, we are going to stop by Chicken Pete's and see that they are offering here a gyro and a sausage skewer. And also, Hugo's had a couple good offerings. They had chops on a stick and the short rib stroganoff, which I really wanted to try, but the line was just way too long. Okay, we're here at the French Quarter Connections, and here we can get apple fritters or we can get an apple ham pie. We chose to get the apple fritters because the ham pie was tiny. Those apple fritters would have tasted so much better if they were actually warm and fresh, but they weren't, so they weren't fabulous. The frosting's really sweet. It was good. You could taste the apples, though. They had chunks of apples in it, which was yummy, but not my favorite. Not worth the calories, in my opinion. Also, don't forget, there are extra food trucks all out for the Halloween weekends. They are out of pocket, but you can get some really delicious food out of these food trucks here in Celebration Plaza, and also the fire truck food truck over by Main Midway. Also, don't forget that dining meal that they have, Night of the Living Fed. And this takes place over in Lakeside Midway in the Lakeside Connection Center over here. I'm stuffed. So that ends our Tricks and Treats tasting menu tonight. And here are my thoughts on the tasting treats. Now, I have done 2019 Tricks and Treats tasting menu here at Cedar Point. And I did the Spring Festival earlier this year, the Harvest Festival one, and now I did this one again. And although there are some that are really, really good, there's not many. So I'm not sure if I'll do another Tasting Treats card again here at Cedar Point for these reasons. Number one, the lines for food at Cedar Point are always crazy long, and when you do the Tasting Treats card, you're standing in all those lines. People who are going in just to get a meal, just to get food, you still have to stand in that line just to get your tasting treats. There's not a separate line at all for that, so it takes forever to get through a tasting treat card. Number two, the other reason is because those tasting treat meals are just sitting out all day long, and unless you get lucky and you get a fresh batch, you are getting stale and cold tasting treat meals. Thirdly, I've noticed when we first did it back in 2019 for the Halloween weekends tasting treat, they would give huge portions. And this year, although we did get a couple portions that were huge, they're getting smaller, and so they're kind of becoming not worth the money. And the final reason why I'm probably not going to do the tasting treat cards again is this reason, because even tonight they have Night of the Living Fed, and it's those dining, all you can eat dining on that Lakeside Midway over there in that huge building that they have, where we did Dine in the Dark. I'll link the video below for that. It was all you can eat buffet. It was like 5 or 6 different stations of different food that you could try, and it was themed inside, and it was super fun. You can eat in the air conditioning or in the heat, because it's cold out tonight, and be super comfortable, and you could do all that for the same amount as you're paying for a tasting treat card. So for Night of the Living Fed this year, you can get, the tickets are $25 online, and that's a great deal. So Lee and I both could have went and got an all-you-can-eat meal at Night of the Living Fed and instead of waiting in line forever to get little small tasting treats that really weren't that good that were stale. So I probably would lean more towards doing the meals instead of the tasting cards again when they come up. Just my opinion, just my thoughts on that. You guys, if you have your own opinions and your own thoughts, comment down below and let me know what you think about that. But don't forget, Night Living Fed is going on here too, as well as Tasting Treat card are going on only until October 31st when Cedar Point closes for the season. I forgot to tell you guys something really important I want to tell you before I forget. Before October 31st, renew or buy your Cedar Point season pass. It only costs $109 until October 31st. So don't wait too long to do that. You only have a few more weeks to get that deal. I'm not sure how much it's going to be after that, but you don't want to pass up this deal. So make sure you get out here very, very soon if you want to do either one of those things. But as for Lee and I, we are stuffed, we are cold, and we're getting tired because of it. So we are going to head on home and call it a night. So until our next adventure, which sadly probably won't be Cedar Point until the spring, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.